Hello there, this is Jennifer Wildman, and I'm wondering if you can see me. Probably not, because I'm in a car, which is interesting all by itself. I am actually on my way to a holiday party, but I am doing my journal entry so that I can get it in on time tonight. Anyway, so I'm supposed to be wrapping up here with journal entry number 5, which is a video journal, and talking about what I've learned in this class. So I've really appreciated a lot of the topics in this class, particularly those around power and politics. Generally, I would say I'm a person who has said that politics are not my thing, and that I didn't really want to know about political power and how to use it. But what I've learned in this class is the importance of knowing what your political power is and the ability to use it and to use that power for good. In my personal code of ethics that I just wrote, I wrote the quote, "With great power comes great responsibility." And I've been really thinking a lot about that quote. It comes from a Spider-Man movie, but it was actually originally Voltaire. Um, but anyway, I've been thinking a lot about that because as an educator, everything I do, whether I'm in the classroom or whether I'm at the district office like I am now, has a great impact on not just on the students that are here right now, but on the future of our community and of the world. And it is a great responsibility, and in that great responsibility becomes a greater task of dealing with people, not just in the schools or the district office, but in the community and the greater, state and nation at large. So knowing how to use political power for good is a really important thing. And I think from the readings and the things that I've learned in this class, I definitely understand that. I noticed that the TED Talk on this journal was Simon Sinek, and actually that's really interesting because my job as an assistant superintendent, when I started 2 years ago, the superintendent had just read that book with the entire leadership team before I came. So I grabbed a copy of the book and read it really quickly before I started my new job. And it was a pretty pivotal book for me. That idea with the why being in the center, and that the what we do and the how we do it is important, but that the why always needs to be there. And I've been put in a position frequently recently because that superintendent left suddenly after a very short 2-year period with the district and only a year that I worked with her. I've been put in a position of making decisions that I didn't think I was going to have to make, and of representing the district in ways that I didn't anticipate having to do. And I notice when I'm asked a really controversial question now, I always think about why. What are we doing? Why are we doing this? What's the real purpose? What's the reason? Because if I can't answer that question, then I can't do my job. And so when someone asks me something like, well, what do you think about this? Or how do you think we should do this? Or why are we doing things this way? I always go back, oh gosh, okay, why? What is the impact on students? What are we trying to do here? And, how can I convey that in a way that the other person can hear it and that we can stay in relationship, but at the same time that the why doesn't get changed, because the why we decided to do something is the most important thing. The what and the how we do it can change, but the why has to remain in the center. And so I read that whole book. I actually have a huge poster on my wall that says the why is important and why it's important, and that the what and the how just follow. And we, in the leadership team that I'm on, the cabinet now, without a superintendent, we have an interim superintendent who's about to leave, and we don't have a new superintendent yet. We often get distracted and we talk about things that aren't important, and we go off and we talk about desks, or we talk about changing offices, or we talk about reorganizing a department. And I've noticed that without a leader, we really lost our center and our why, and it's hard to bring people back to that. And that's a huge issue. Without having a leader to continually guide people back to that center, we're kind of lost, and we're not doing a very good job right now. It's hard to keep people centered around that. And I try as much as I can with my, principals and the people that I work directly with, but definitely our cabinet team is losing that center. So Simon Sinek's been a really big influence on me, as have the other books and things that we've read in this class. I really liked the ethics book a lot. I loved developing a personal code of ethics because it was a reminder for me of my why and why I became an educator to begin with. It's hard when you're at the district office and you don't see kids every day to remember that they're out there. And so part of what's happened in this class is an influence on me to get out there and be out with kids and teachers and remember that political strategy. Because even though I don't like politics, politics are the name of the game. That's what makes things happen, and I can make things happen for good. And that is what I've learned in this class. So that is my journal entry in this dark car outside of my holiday party. Happy holidays to you, and thank you so much for all you've done in this class. Thanks. Bye.